Alright. Hey y'all, it's your girl Rye.
And your girl Mel, and welcome to the Wildly Untamed Podcast.
So we are so excited for episode 2. And you guys know from the last episode, we start our podcast with a wild card. So you ready to see what this wild card is?
Yes.
Alright. So it says, what's the most embarrassing moment you've had?
Oh God, I think you should go first.
No. Okay. No, I pulled the card. Okay, I guess I'll go first. Okay, so this embarrassing moment. So stupid. Okay, so I was at the beginning. As you guys can see, I have locks. Or if you're listening, I have locks. And you know how you go through that phase when you first start your lock journey. And you're like, I don't know about this. So I was wearing wigs, right? Okay, so everybody knows I'm a workout girly. I be in that gym. I be lifting no weights, okay? So one Saturday, I was in like the weightlifting area. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the weights. Everybody there. The dudes there. All the people are there, okay? So I'm in my confidence bag, okay? I'm feeling good. I got my little wig on. I'm working out. I'm hitting them squats, okay? So... as I finished my last rep, I did like this move, like, ooh, Lord, like trying to catch my breath, and my wig fell off in the middle of the gym. Okay? And this happened like 2 years ago. This is not something from way in the past. When that wig fell, when I felt that breeze on my scalp, I was out of there. I was gone. I picked that wig up. Ran into the dressing room. I was so embarrassing that I literally changed my whole outfit. I put my hoodie on, went like this, and I ran the heck up out the gym. That was so person. Embarrassing. Guys, if you're gonna wear a wig, please make sure the combs and everything that you need to use makes it snap back in. But that was so embarrassing. Like I was like so cringy. Like I did not go to the gym after that for a little minute. But yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, so man, I remember we were talking, and I told you. It's so hard because I don't know. I think it's just because I don't go through a lot of, embarrassing moments.
Yes,
like,
okay.
Maybe like the craziest is like, when your heel gets stuck in between the cracks, and then like you got the little ankle that just twists and it goes pop pop.
Have you ever had like an embarrassing moment like leaving the club where your heels was not on point? You was walking crazy.
Yes.
Looking like them horses.
Yes. Actually, yes. I think maybe like 2 or 3 times. That's too many to count at this point because so I go to sometimes when I'm feeling like I want to go and dance a little hard. I go to El Matador, not Matador, also to Metropolis. Girl, the hood.
Okay, period.
So
that's going on there.
And so. You think you look so cute walking up in there, and then boom, the heel gets stuck in between.
Oh no!
And then like someone gotta hold you and be like, "You good?" And I'm like, "Man, just let me walk. Just let me be."
That's hilarious.
That's pretty much it. Other than that,
so you never had a wig fall off moment?
No. See, I don't wear wigs.
I don't have experiences in that area. That's just a you thing.
I tried.
You tried to wear
wigs? Yes.
What kind of wig? Please.
Oh, for the Power Ranger outfit.
You did? What kind of
No,
outfit?
I tried. It's red, and I was just gonna flip it up and everything. But girl, it wasn't staying on.
Oh gosh.
It was like all over the place, and I was like, yeah, nah, let me take this thing off.
Let's not do this. This is new for me.
Yeah,
okay. That was funny. If you guys have had any embarrassing moment, please feel free to share and comment below. We all just be embarrassing ourselves out here, so it's a normal thing. Yeah, all right, so you ready to introduce today's topic?
Yeah, so from our first episode, we had Spin the Sassy Wheel. And basically it landed on health. So today we're going to be discussing health.
Yes.
So you wanted to...
Start the first question?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your experiences with health.
Ooh, so it's a love and hate relationship with health. I basically was diagnosed early on with IBS. So basically, like, if a lot of people don't know what it is, it's like irritable bowel syndrome. So basically, it's just inflammatory like stomach and small intestines and stuff like that from the GI, gastrointestinal tract. So it can be inflamed. Many people get it like in all different ways and sorts and stuff like that. And it looks different for everyone.
Yeah.
So like for my family, it's like a hereditary thing.
Okay.
So like my sister and my mom have it, but we all like experience different symptoms.
Okay.
So like for me, it's really bad. So I have to like be really cautious and careful when it comes to that.
So how do you think that like affected like you throughout? So how old were you when you found out?
Oh, I was probably like 18, 17.
Okay,
18.
so how did did it affect your social life? Did it affect anything that you had going on with your life? Like, did it kind of push you like some steps back, or were you able to just move and groove how you normally?
No, it actually did. So, you know, when you go to the doctor, you're first like, yeah, whatever. Like, you don't listen to that.
You don't take it serious?
Yeah, you don't take it serious, you know?
Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah, so I actually didn't start doing anything until like I was like 25.
Okay, dang.
I know.
She wasn't playing. She said, I'm ready to risk it all.
Yes.
I'm going outside.
Yes. Because, you know, for me, it was like I couldn't eat greasy food.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to stop eating tacos. I had to stop eating pupusas. Like,
it's the cultural stuff.
Yeah.
For real.
So, it's like, it's a lot of stuff that I loved and enjoyed. Oh, my God. Every Sunday, I used to go eat boiled shrimp. But because I love spicy food.
Dang.
And then they were like, nah, Melissa, you can't have spicy food. You can't have greasy food. You can't have a whole laundry list. Fried food. You can't have steak.
Yeah.
So when I was 25, I think as I got older, it started getting worse.
You started feeling the symptoms. Or responses, your body responding to your eating. Yeah.
So like I would get bloated, but it was like a pain that I felt like I couldn't breathe sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like you couldn't sleep, and you were like, I was like that for days.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't going nowhere. Like, I'm only miserable, you know, like I'm going through pain, excruciating pain. So I was just like, I need to do something about it. So then that's where I was like, I need to really like get my shit together.
No, for real. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah.
Because health is very important. Like, do you want to live? You know, we have to do that. So, yes. Well, I'm glad you were able to get to that point. I hate that you had to experience like the symptoms though first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Okay. So my experiences have some good and bad as well. Through my childhood, it was mostly bad though. Like I dreaded going to the doctor because I've always been like a thicker, chubbier girl, especially when I was little. You know, I was a little chipmunk, little chubby cheese. You know, it was giving Theodore from having a chipmunk. So every time I go to the doctor, it was okay. You're overweight. You're obese. You need to do this. You need to do that. It was never like anything positive going there. So throughout my childhood, it was like blah blah blah. I always was overly conscious because you go to the doctor and they telling you stuff, and then you're in a society where everybody is slimmer because you know we grew up with a very diverse area, and when it comes to more diversity, there comes with like main looks per se. So we kind of grew up in a more white neighborhood or went to school in a whiter neighborhood. So everybody was pretty slender and slim was in back then. So me being my little thick self, you know, a booty wasn't in back in the day like that. So I felt very self-conscious in all areas like school, the doctor, and all that type of thing. So for me growing up, love, hate. As I got older, I started getting into my fitness journey as far as like lifting weights and doing things like that, which I really, really do love and enjoy, as well as like dancing and stuff like that. I love that. So that's where the love comes from it. But as far as like my health issues, having any like medically issues, I haven't been diagnosed with any. But it was annoying going to the doctor and that's everything they wanted to test me for because they assumed that because I was on the thicker side that I had something wrong with me. Yeah. So I think that's kind of weird how people kind of look at a person and they just say, okay, they're probably not healthy.
Yeah, which is not true because there's a lot of people that are thick, but they're really healthy. Like they eat good, they maintain themselves at a good, healthy balance. So the fact that like doctors, the first thing they want to do is like everybody overweight,
right? And then little skin dude eat hot Cheetos every day, French fries every day. He just got a fast metabolism. Don't play with me. That's all it is. It's really metabolism. Now they are big people that just be eating like eating everything.
Yeah,
that is true.
That is true, but yeah,
that should not be the first assumption. That's what it was. So yeah, that was my experience. It has been good, bad, whatever. I feel like right now I have a healthier relationship though.
Good. Okay. So, do you think your environment plays a role in your health?
Yes, most definitely. I think environment is kind of related to what you know and what you don't know. So back in the day, my environment, we didn't even eat fast food, but we ate like well home cooked meals, like full meals. But it was always rice or pasta. It wasn't necessarily fast food. But I think in my environment, we thought we were eating good. There was a vegetable in there. You know what I'm saying? But not being educated on like, okay, you don't need to be eating that much rice. There should definitely be more vegetables on your plate than rice. So little things like that, I think, was a part of my environment, not having that knowledge and not knowing, right? And I also think, like you said, like they call it like a food desert. Like some places don't even have that food, the fresh food, the vegetables, the fruits and all that available to them. All across their street, they see a McDonald's, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen. That's what's in their area. So yes, your environment plays a role. It isn't fair, right? I think it should be equally accessible, those type of things. But yes, in my opinion, where you're at, that does play a huge role. And it sometimes takes either getting education or getting out of that environment to assist with you making better choices, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%. So, yeah.
Okay, give me more of your side. Do you think the environment?
I mean, yeah, of course. Like you were stating, like obviously growing up and let's say you live in a impoverished environment or neighborhood, or you don't come from a wealthy family.
Yeah.
You can't afford those things, right? You can't afford the natural foods and stuff like that. So a lot of people resort to what it's in their budget.
Yes.
Whether it's McDonald's and stuff like that, which obviously throughout the years everybody knows that we struggle with that, right? Okay. So, but where the government at? Anyways, just stating like where is he at? Nowhere to be found.
Okay. Dropping the ball. Come on.
But like anything else, like there's not gonna be change until we take that step. Right. So I do agree. Obviously, like you said, you had to remove yourself from the situation. Obviously, so you can learn more about it and how to live a healthier lifestyle.
Yes. So when it comes to health, how much is health on your mind? Because I go to therapy, y'all. I had a conversation with my at my appointment yesterday about me being frustrated that like when my eating habits, my health is always on my mind daily, all the time. I'm thinking ahead, okay, what am I going to do? When am I going to work out? Because I have a goal set for myself, but I want to just make sure I'm healthy. Like it's like too much on the top of my mind. So for you, how do you feel like you are with that? Like is health like something you're always worried about or stressed out about? Or is it kind of like
I think sometimes I would say like maybe 90% of the time because I at least try to work out consistently or try to like be like, okay, 4 days out of the week. I don't want to do excessive, but to maintain that you stay active. But, between work and going to school and trying to live a life, obviously it becomes a little harder because then you're like, when do I have time to eat? Can I meal prep? And sometimes meal prepping is even hard. Okay. Yeah, like you got to do how many meals? And sometimes I'm the type that like, I get bored after the second day.
Definitely. I used to be able to be a strict person. Now I'm like, girl, nobody want that.
Like, come on now, you're a little spoiled. But the thing is, like, I don't want to eat that no more after the second day. Yes. So then it's kind of like, now what do I eat? Right? So it's just sometimes you have to be cautious. Like, I meal prep, but sometimes you only eat once a day. Yeah. And I was like, how healthy are we being? Right.
So I think it's important that we give ourselves grace too when it comes to our health. Like, as long as you're trying, as long as every day you're making at least one good choice, you ain't just throwing a whole day out the way and just going ham, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, there was a TikTok. And he was like, well, I'm going big bag. I'm a big bag. And he just started adding more and more stuff on his stuff. I said, no, he turned big bag into a bird. He said, I'm big backing all day. Guys, we cannot big back all day. We gotta have some balance. Yeah. Okay, let's balance our big backs in 2024. I'm sorry, that was corny. But yes. I feel like giving yourself grace, having a balance with your life, because you also don't want to not enjoy your life too, because you're overly thinking about your health.
Yes, because you see nothing against the people that are gym rats or anything like that.
Right.
But I see people like, weighing their stuff, writing the grams down, and I'm like, Lord, that in itself is stressful.
It's a lot to keep up with. Like, yes. I understand doing it at the beginning, but when you get to the point to where it's like your daily life, that's wild. But
I mean, I give y'all props because I was like, that's too much. Sometimes I'm rolling out of bed and I'm like, I'm running late.
Right. Let me go ahead and grab this Starbucks.
Let me grab a banana.
Look, she getting the fruit. I'm getting a Starbucks. Dang.
No, I'm still getting my Starbucks.
Okay. You said a banana on the way to Starbucks.
Yes.
Okay.
But, it is what it is. I always say there's like a Facebook meme all the time where it says like, my body consists of liquor, coffee.
Oh, Lord.
And water.
No food?
No food.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, if you check my veins, it'd probably be full of coffee.
Alcohol, coffee, and water.
And water, yeah.
Okay. Good balance, I guess.
I guess.
Right? Yeah. That is hilarious. That is funny. Do you feel like your mental health is connected to your health?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're not healthy or you're not where you want to be, then mentally you start being like, oh, I can't fit my clothes. Right. I don't like how I look.
Yes.
And it's this whole thing back and forth with yourself where you're just like, oh, I need to stop eating. But then you'll be like, oh, today was a long day.
Right.
Let me have some more.
Fuck it, I'm about to go get this food because it's been a long day. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's constantly on your mind.
Yes. It's a constant battle of just like telling yourself like, that's not what we need.
Right.
So...
Yeah. Something I have, as far as like mental health connecting, back in like before the pandemic started, I was really, really on my health kick. I was able to meal prep all the time. I was able to work out, like literally go from working full time, go to school, then still working out late at night. So currently I'm trying to get back on track, and I'm like, what is it? Why is it so hard to be consistent this time or to have the energy this time? And my dad was like, your job is taking more of a mental toll on you than back then. So because you're mentally tired, it's all connected to that physical. You don't have like the energy or like, just the energy to be consistent, actually, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did notice that as I age and like jobs becoming more harder, that if my mental ain't all the way together, I normally don't have enough in me for the physical.
Yeah, which I can agree, like when I was back in school, we used to say we could do everything all at once.
Yeah.
But as you get older and then you have a big girl job and you have responsibilities and then you got to commute to work. Wait, already mentally exhausting.
I'm dead already. Literally. I'm on my last leg. I'm just kidding, guys.
But yeah.
It be feeling like that.
It'd be a lot. And then, the under eye bags start to grow. And then it's like, damn, I still got to look beautiful at some point.
There's so much on. We're going to have to get it. We're going to have to have a whole nother podcast about society standards and us having to keep up with it, because that is connected to health as well.
It is, yeah.
Right? So, girl, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, so let's move on to the next question, you guys. So, is health a factor you look at when choosing a partner? Or when you're with the partner, are you like kind of worried about their health or paying attention to that?
I would say yes. For me, I would say like, obviously if you are aware, right, of what you're eating and consuming, and you know that, okay, it's only like certain amount of time, or I don't do it all the time, right, then I'm fine with it. But
exactly.
If you know you got all these health issues and then you're telling me about it and you're like, yeah, the doctor said I gotta do this. Yeah. But homie, you just you just ate a whole burger for 3
disregard.
days.
Okay. Yes. So would it be them disregarding? That's the issue, or just in general them not doing it? Because sometimes people don't do stuff because, like I said, they're mentally tired. They don't know where to start, or they're drained, or it's really, really hard for them to be consistent about it.
I feel like when you have a partner, right, and you tell them that or disclosing that information, you should also be a motivator for them and be like, hey,
that's true.
Let's say today, this week, we're going to work out 2 days out of the week together.
Period. Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it this time. I don't want no excuses.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you like strict on at least planning something, a set schedule.
Okay.
But if you're sitting there giving me a whole bunch of excuses, blah, blah, blah.
You're not even trying. Like, you ready. Like, that's
so
true.
I'm just going to be like, dang, you don't care that much about your health.
Especially you have like a certain conditions where you know this will help you.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't care enough about yourself, but you want me to care more than you care.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's heavy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's something heavy to carry, like, for your partner.
Exactly, especially mentally. Like, it's like, oh God, I gotta deal with my stuff, and then I gotta worry about you too.
Yeah,
you know, like I can't carry the both of us. Mm-hmm. So it's hard. I remember like when I was in my last relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was self-aware of my health issues.
Right
now. I knew that if I was, because I can't have alcohol, right? But I knew if I was going to go drink, I had to eat clean the whole week. Or I had to take breaks in between where I didn't drink.
Okay.
So like my body could kind of like do a cleanse.
That's why that's why. Okay. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically like I told myself, okay, Melissa, you're going to drink tomorrow. You might be fucked up the next day.
Right. Just be prepared your mind.
Exactly. Be mentally prepared because you're choosing to do that. Right. Yes. So I wasn't holding it against no one else because I was making that decision.
Yeah. Because I definitely forgot about that. We had a little Latin night and things got wild. And I'm like, this girl's still down bad. But I forgot that it's going to make you down bad because of what you have going on. She's still in recovery 2 days later.
I got better this morning.
Right. I took me a couple ibuprofen, ate some food, and I was good. But you have a longer process.
Yeah.
So me as your friend, I should remember that and keep in mind, and be that supportive system. Like, hey, let's get lit, but let's like
limit.
Let's limit it because even how when you get lit, you're not thinking about it. You ready to take that next shot.
Yeah.
So as a friend,
so far I was doing good until
we had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
But the aftermath was the issue.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. In regards to me, I do definitely pay attention to health in a partner. Because I have health standards for myself, right? Mm-hmm. So if I have standards for myself, I would want somebody that's either on the same page, like someone that's not all the way on the opposite side. Yeah. Like I'm like, let's eat healthier, and they're like, F that, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between someone saying, okay, I'm open to it, but then they slip up, because I be slipping up too. But having a total disregard for your health and not caring at all is where I kind of draw the line a little bit. Because I want to make sure you're there for when we have kids. I want to make sure you're there in an old age with me, even though we can't determine what God has for us, how long we'll live and all that. I still want us to try to put the best foot forward to ensure that things happen,
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to spin the sassy wheel and see what's going to be our next episode about.
We need a sassy spin song.
Not her trying to make a song out of
Indeed. Let's go. Let's see what we're going to get. Hopefully it's interesting and not something we already did. Next episode, we are going to talk about our college experiences. Ooh, wow. Ooh.
Okay, but
I'm crazy. You already know that. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, leave your comments below. We want to hear about your health experiences. We want to hear about your most embarrassing moments. If I share my wig story, somebody needs to come with something too. Okay.
Yes.
So please comment below, and we hope to see you, or we hope that you hear us on our next episode. Besos!